Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds everyone doing well and being safe, and your family as well. Okay, let me tell you, this morning, this evening, I will be doing a cake that's very special to me. I call it my friend cake. And it's a story behind this cake, but and I'll tell it to you guys later. But this is a delicious cake, and to me it's very easy to mix up. And I am the one that I didn't make up this cake. It was a recipe that I was using, and I gave it to a particular friend of mine years ago, way back in the 90s, and she started calling it my friend cake. Like I say, I'll tell you the story of it. But right now we're going to get ready to start mixing up this delicious cake. And I'm gonna tell you the ingredients that you're gonna need. And then when I get finished telling you the ingredients, I'm gonna step off and get my mixing bowl, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys just how easy it is to make this, what I call May's friend cake. Okay, first off, you're gonna need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and you can also use cake flour, but I use all-purpose flour. 3 cups of that. And then this is 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. And you're gonna need a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. Make sure you do the baking soda now. And then you're also gonna need a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. But you know, when it's May way, it always get to be a little extra vanilla. But this is a kind of strong vanilla, and it's kind of expensive, so I don't really need to. So I always just put a teaspoon of that. And then you're gonna need 1 cup of the ground pecans, 1 cup of ground pecans, and then you're gonna need a cup and a half of a vegetable oil. Now I use Crisco, but I have also, well, I ain't supposed to be calling name brand, but this is the one that I prefer. I've used several other kinds, but and they was all good, but I just prefer this brand because that's what type I normally buy. And then you're gonna need this is 1 cup of mashed bananas. It's about 3 bananas mashed in here. And let me tell you something about the bananas. When I buy bananas, if I'm going to do a cake, when they start to get brown or whatever, I mash the bananas up, and I usually put them in like a little old pint-sized freezer bag, and I keep them frozen. I keep them in my freezer. I used to have them all the time, but I don't bake the cake like I used to. But now I'm gonna bake one for a friend, but I'm baking this one for the house. Once we go through all what we're going through with this here virus, then I will I'm gonna do some of these cakes for a friend of mine. Okay, you're gonna need 8 ounces of the crushed pineapples, and with the crushed pineapple, it's in the juice, the syrup, or whatever you want to call it. You dump all that in. You don't drain your pineapple. And then you're gonna need 3 large eggs. And then this cake is baked on 350 degrees for 1 hour and 20 minutes till done. You check be checking the cake, but usually it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes, give or take. And you're gonna need just a regular, I call it a pound cake pan. Some people kind of call it a tube pan. And then if you have one of those, I reckon you would call it fluted, what type of pound cake pans that is, a real decorative. Well, a bundt cake pan. But I always just put it in my old fashioned, what I call a pound cake pan. Okay, you guys, you see the ingredients. You know I don't write the ingredients in the description, so that's the reason I have it set up like this, so you guys can go back and review the video if you want to know what the ingredients is, and then if you it's something that I failed to explain to you properly, all you guys got to do is just drop me an email, and I will you know, I will try to explain it to you. So let me go off and get my mixing bowl. Now when I come back with my mixing bowl, I'm gonna have all the dry ingredients mixed together, which is the flour, the sugar, the salt, the soda, the ground cinnamon, and the chopped nuts. That's gonna I'm gonna have that already mixed together, because like I say, this is an easy cake to me to mix up. You do not use a mixer with this cake. You're not gonna use a mixer. So I'll be right back, you guys, and show you how to mix it up. Like I told you when I went off the camera, I got this is your 3 cups of plain flour, and your 2 cups of regular granulated white sugar, and that 1 cup of nuts, and that 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and that 1 teaspoon of salt. All that mixed up in here together. Let me tell you how I did that. Now I put the flour and the baking soda and the cinnamon and that teaspoon of salt. I put them all in my sift, and I just sift it all together. Now that's something I do because it don't require, you know, to sift it beforehand and all that. Now, because if you use cake flour, and you still can do that the same way, because cake flour is already pre-sifted. But and then I just take my time. Well, it don't take long, and I just kind of get it all mixed up. You know, I told you this was an easy cake. So I got all my dry ingredients mixed in there together, and now I'm fixing to go in with my wet stuff. This is the 8 ounces of pineapple, and juice and all goes in. And I can stir it. You know, when I originally found this recipe, it just tell you to dump everything in there. And this is my 1.5 cups of oil. Okay, I'm going to get that mixed up. If you guys try this cake, and just for yourself or whatever, because like I say, I mostly give it to friends and stuff because it was such an easy cake to bake, and they was always wanting me to do it. And every time somebody tried this cake, they would especially with friends, and some people that wasn't friends, some elderly people. A friend of mine reminded me of when this lady that I told you that we have became friends since since I've been here on YouTube. We correspond with each other through email. I just you know, I just really took a liking to her, and she says that she helped feed people that's in need of it. I'm not going into all the details of it, but she because I can't remember some of them. And this is your 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And you know, I told you guys I didn't have that extra vanilla like I normally do, because this vanilla I find out is pretty good. Mix that up together. Ooh. People be saying it smells good already, and that's your 3 eggs. Did you see? I was intending to tell you guys I beat those eggs. Like I say, when I first got this recipe, the way to mix it up, you know, they were just basically saying dump it all in. But that's where you guys, your common sense gonna come in. When you see cakes say just dump it in, it mean put it all up in there together, but I add mine in stages. That makes for very easy mixing. Because once you get all that stuff piled up in there together, My arms ain't strong enough to do all that kind of heavy duty mixing. You want to make sure everything is mixed well. And like I say, your bananas is supposed to be ripened. So when I get the bananas, you know, bananas don't last no time. It don't take time. It don't. Only time I normally buy the ripened bananas is when I want to bake one, you know, the same day or that next day. Because most of the time when I buy bananas, I buy green bananas. Okay, you guys, this is the 1 cup of your mashed bananas. I know some of my cooks and stuff that's on here, my seasoned cooks, they're gonna say, that's the way I make my banana bread. And if you think that, you're exactly right. I gave this, I have did maybe 3 to 4 banana bread recipes in my days. And then when I did this one, my sister, who is deceased, and she the one really loved it. She always wanted me to bake one of these for her. And this is the one that, you know, everybody seemed to have just really just loved. They would just always ask me about it. Because you got, when it comes to banana bread, there's so many recipes out there with it. Some of them similar and some of them not. But I found this one. And then I named it my friend cake. Because a friend of mine, which when I first gave it to her, I gave her a slice. That's what it started out. She was a diabetic. And she wanted me to, and she just loved it, the cake. And, you know, and she was saying, Clara, that stuff didn't bother with my sugar in no kind of way and all that. She said, I want you to bake me one of those cakes. And when I first gave it to her, I had to, I mean, my bananas had really started to turn brown. I put the frosting on it. I put a frosting on this cake, guys, but you don't have to put a frosting on it. But this particular one, I'm going to put a frosting on it today. And you can bake this in loaf pans. And in a loaf pan, when it bakes up in a loaf pan, it makes 2 loaves. And then it's, I think it's a glaze, too, that you can put over it. But I'm not giving the glaze recipe because I really can't remember it right off. But the frosting that I put on, it calls for cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla. Probably when I get the cake in the oven baking, I'll go ahead on and come back and show you how to mix the frosting. But I'm going to frost the cake off camera, and I just come back and show you the finished product of the cake. And and cut you guys a slice of it to see what it looked like on the inside. Okay, guys, this stuff is mixed well. And this is sort of give y'all a lesson how those oldest cooks used to make them cakes by hand when they didn't have mixers. I know my mama baked like 17 cakes over the Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays, and she didn't have a mixer at first when I was a little girl back in the 60s. Okay, I'm gonna get it in my the pan. I'm not gonna do that on camera because that takes some maneuvering. I'm gonna get it in the pan and get it in the oven, and when it get baked, and in between time, I'm gonna come back and show you guys how to mix the filling. But when I come back, I have to not come back, when I just show you the finished product after I show you how to mix the filling. But I'm gonna get the cake in the oven and get it started baking before I show that. Be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I'm gonna show you how I mix up my cream cheese filling to put on my friend's cake. Okay, all you're gonna need is like 4 simple ingredients. You're gonna need 8 ounces of the cream cheese, and you're gonna need 1 box, which is 16 ounces of the powdered sugar, and then 1 stick of butter. Whether it's salty or unsalty, it doesn't matter. I'm using salty, but it really doesn't matter. And I'm using, yeah. And this is you know, and then you're gonna need your 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, I got some milk right here, probably about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half. I always have it on standby, but normally I don't. You know, I told you guys, the ones that have looked at all my videos, I normally don't put the milk in there unless I need it, because I usually don't. When I'm doing my frostings, I get my butter and cream cheese at just room temperature, and I don't go beyond it. In other words, I have it sitting out maybe about a couple hours or more on a warm day. I don't like to let it sit out too long, because that makes it feel the frosting too light. Okay, you guys, let me move this out the way, and then I'm gonna get in and show you how easy it is to mix the frosting up. Okay. Now this is now when I normally make this, I don't put all this frosting on the cake, but I frost it well, because whatever extra frosting that I have left over, I put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator. And a long time ago, my daughter used to love spice cupcakes. Yeah, that's what you would call them, cupcakes or muffins or whatever. And I would just put a little frosting on the top of those. I use just a plain box of whatever kind, and most of the time, whatever I done found on sale of the spice cake frosting, cake mix, and then I would just put the frosting on it. I'm gonna get this started a little bit, then I'm gonna go in with vanilla. Didn't have my blade up in there good. Didn't really have them up in there right. I don't think I did. Okay, I think I got it right now. Now start your mix off on low. Go ahead on and dump that little vanilla over there. I'm doing this before I go trying to add any milk to it if I need to, because it's butter and cream cheese is gonna melt that powdered sugar down pretty good. Once you get it started and all that, you can increase the speed up on your mixture and get it mixed on up. You guys can see what I did, that this is a very easy cake. And if you ever make it, it's gonna be unbelievably delicious. Okay, I'm gonna do a little quick scrape down, and the frosting will be ready. I'll do a little scrape down on my bowl. You see what the consistency of it is? And if you get that butter and cream cheese too warm, and you guys see I added no milk to this at all. Now it's going to be time you need the milk and stuff for whatever reason, because you know stuff is just made different. Sometimes stuff will just act up on you. But if you go putting that milk and stuff in there right away, you're going to usually get that frosting too loose. And then if you do have to add a milk, just add a little bit at a time and then mix right well to see if you need any more. And then if you get it too loose, just add you some more powdered sugar to it. And then it probably not that much, because once that you know, the cake the frosting start to cool off, that butter and that cream cheese start to harden back up. That's it, you guys. Just as simple as that. The frosting is ready for the cake. When the cake cool off, I will be frosting the cake and can you see in the bowl, sweetie? And come back and show you guys the finished product, and serve you up a slice of my friend cake. That's the frosting, and it's delicious. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, this is the finished product of my friend's cake. A lot of people know this is May's friend cake, and like I said, it's nothing but banana nut bread. Recipe that I found years and years ago. Okay, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slice you up a piece, but I'm gonna end this video first. Okay, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified, and leave me a comment down below. I got a question I want to ask you guys. Have you guys ever heard of the friendship cake? Have you ever baked the friendship cake? Because I'm trying to come up with some questions that I may use in later. As soon as all this stuff is over with, I'm going to do a giveaway that I had already planned. I had planned it before everything went on, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But now I came up with what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So let me know if you ever heard of a friendship cake. And now I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna leave this particular question off that I'm gonna ask when I do the contest, and see who get that right. Okay, let me give you a slice, and I'm gonna use my beautiful cake slicer and server and all that kind of stuff. I had a friend, one of my friends on YouTube. She gave me this. She see that you know I don't know anything about slicing cake. And let me tell you this real quick. I had a young man to send me a comment, and he was telling me how you can slice cake evenly with dental floss. And and I thought about it and what he was saying and all that. I said, that may work. You know, you're going to use dental floss that you haven't used and unflavored dental floss. And I was saying, God, that make a lot of sense. I appreciate it when people give me tips and all that kind of stuff that I can use. And I was thinking now, the one that I really have problems with is the layer cake. And the way he was saying that it did, it seemed like that technique would work better with the layer cake. I'm gonna try it. And some of you guys probably already know how to do that, because you know, it's a lot of things, you know, you probably think I do know, but I don't know. And when I start back my little chit chats, what I plan on doing is just giving you some of my life lessons, the stuff that my grandfather, grandmother, mother, and dad and stuff have told me down through the years, that helped me direct my past. And I have lived a pretty decent life. I thank God for it. And just following some of them little antidotes that they used to say then, when I didn't really know what it meant then, but as I have lived my life, I understand exactly what it is. My granddad used to say all the time anyway, living fast is not wisdom. You can live fast and still don't have no sense. That's what he used to say. As we used to tell my brothers, not me. Okay, so let me cut you guys a slice of this cake. And Miss Joanne, thank you so much for this this cake server. Oh, this cake is still warm, you guys. And I was thinking that I won't have to cut that big a slice like I normally be doing. Let me see. May have to cut y'all 2 slices because this may crumble up. Ooh, it's hot. I think it did pretty good. This is what it looks like on the inside, you guys. Like I said, it's warm because my, you know, my frosting is melting down, but I needed to go ahead on and do this video and get it over with. But this is a delicious cake. I tried to cut like a little normal size slice cake. I should, instead of the humps like I normally do. And that's just warm enough for a cup of coffee, the way my husband like it. Okay, you guys, this light is hot, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.